All right. We are reviewing our lesson from this week, and we are going to take a moment to go ahead and factor these three numbers. Factors are the numbers that are being multiplied to come up with the answer or the product of a multiplication problem. So go ahead and hit pause and write all the factors out for these numbers, and then we will come back and check our work.
Okay, bye.
Who's still talking?
Me.
I'd hate to have to mark y'all down. Jordan and Anna Banana, why don't you put those boxes down so I can take a look at these three numbers. So, for number 42, let's walk on through now. We started with 1 times 42. So my next number I'm going to look at is a 2. Can I divide 2 into 42?
Yes.
2 is a factor of 42 because it is even. So as soon as I notice that the number is even, I know that 2 is a factor. Now, if I cannot figure out 2 times what is 42, I need to think of it as cutting it in half, right? I can think of it as half of 40 is 20, half of 2 is 1, so I could have 2 times 21. I could think 2 divides into 4 twice, 2 divides into 2 once, whatever I need to do. Or I can just come over here on the side and do some old school division. Okay? So whatever I need to do to figure out what 2 times what goes to 42, so I know what my factors are. My next question is 3. Is 3 a factor of 42?
Yes.
Now I am going to tell you that yes it is, and I know this because I can take the digits of 42, that's 4 plus 2, and they equal 6. If those numbers equal a multiple of 3, 6, then yes, 3 can go into 42. I can lay it out like this and just put some division in. I can look at that and say 3 goes into 4 one time, which will drop down a 1. 3 goes into 12 4 times. So whatever you need to do, guys.
I have another one for the 42.
Okay, we're going in a row, so hang on 1 second, okay? So I'm at 1, 2, 3. Will 4 go into 42?
Yes.
No. If you just look at 4 into 42, what you're going to notice is that it's going to go into 4 once, and then you're going to divide 4 into 2. So it has a remainder, guys. 4 does not work. Will 5?
No.
It will not, because 42 does not end in a 0 or a 5. 5 does not work. What about 6?
Yes.
All right, Sassafras, you said you knew what 6 was. Can you tell me?
6 times 7.
6 times 7. So she knew that just from her little multiplication bank, right? Am I finished?
No. 7.
No, because it would be 8. It wouldn't be 7.
It would be 7.
Yeah, it would be 7.
I know.
It would be 7. What else goes in, Eden?
7 times 6.
Now, I already have a 6 and I already have a 7, so I'm not going to flip-flop. Guys, we only want these numbers in one time. Because what is the purpose of this? What am I trying to do? I'm trying to make a list of factors. So remember, I'm going to start up here at the 1 and go down and around. Okay, making my U. So I go down. I keep going down. And as I go around, each of these numbers is a factor of 42. So I can list them from least to greatest just by writing them 1, 2, 3, 6. Right? And then I follow along this way. My next one is 7, 14, 21, 42. So 1, 2, 3, 6. Keep going around. 7, 14, 21, 42. These numbers that I'm listing here are the factors of 42. These are all numbers that multiply to equal 42. Any questions about that? You need to be able to list factors of numbers. This, again, will follow you all the way through 12th grade. You will get to a point where you do not have to list these. You're not going to have to write them all out. You'll get there, okay? But for right now, we are going to write them all out. If you come to me with a question about a problem that needs factors and you have not done this, I will not help you until you've done it. Everybody with me? You have to just do it. I had a student last class say, it's going to take me forever. Suck it up, Buttercup. This is what we do. I will tell you that the better you know your math multiplication facts, the easier your life will be, and we've told you that for a long, long time, okay? But it's just true. Let's take a look at number 56. Let me just kind of draw a line so that I don't get separated here. All right. Did anybody get done with 56? Okay, Alice Ann. Anybody else?
I didn't get.
Titus, how far did you get on 56?
I tried to figure out.
You didn't get any at all? Can 2 go into 56?
Yes.
Hang on. It can because it's even. Can 3 go into 56?
No.
And cannot. What about 4?
Yes.
4 actually can. If I look at 4 divided into 56 here, 4 will go into 5 one time. Now subtract, bring down that 1, and 6. 4 goes into 16 4 times. So I will have 4 times 16. Now back up at 2, I need to cut 56 in half. Half of 50 is what, Alison?
28.
I said half of 50 is 25, right? Half of 6 is 3, so she said 28. Again, if that does not make sense, you're going to be over here on the sidelines.
9.
No, ma'am. Dividing 4 into 56. Dividing 2 into 56. You're going to do that side math until you don't have to. Okay? 5 will not go into 56. What about 6? Will 6 go into 56? Ashton says yes. How many times?
10. No.
6 times 8 is 48. 6 times 9 is 54, so it's not going to work.
Oh, I thought it could 9 times.
No, 9 times 6 is 54. So that 6 will not work. Will 7 go into 56?
Yes.
How many times?
14.
Nope. Where are you getting your numbers from, babe?
No clue.
7 times what is 56? 7 times 8. I don't think 9 goes in, does it?
Yeah.
No, 9 times 6 is 54, so no.
54, no.
And that's it. So we're done.
That's definitely not one.
Somebody list the factors of 56 for me, based on what we have written down.
1.
Raise your hand. Anna, you're not on the iPad, are you?
No.
Why don't you go ahead and put it on top of your desk for me real quick. Okay, you're not using it? All right. Can you list the factors of 56 for me?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like what numbers go into it?
What numbers are factors of 56 according to what we just did? 1, 2, 4, 7.
8.
8. Now whisper another one to her. Come on. So remember, we can go all the way. So you went down this line, right? Now I'm going to go around my U. So I've got 8. Then what's above it? 16. Then 28 and 56. So these are the factors, all the numbers that will multiply to make 56.
Got it.
If you follow them from top and just make that U-turn, they will be in order, smallest to largest for you. If you take your time and check each number, you will have all of them. You won't be missing anything, okay?
I just realized what the arrow is for.
Now, what about 34?
Yes.
I want you guys to stop right here and go ahead, if you haven't already, do 34. Now that we've been through this together twice, see what you can do, okay? And then we will come back together and check your work. So if you have not finished it yet, go ahead and do it now. If you have finished it, double check it, and then we'll come back in a minute or two and check your work.
Wait, the spinner.
Mm-hmm. Let me get eyes up here.
Wait.
So,
We got 2.
1 times 34. Now, I heard you guys say 2. Hopefully you said 2 times 17.
Yes.
Now, let's walk back through. At least go around the other way next time. Now, 3 plus 4 is 7. 7's not a multiple of 3, so 3 won't go in. 4 times 7 is 28. Right? No, 4 times 8 is 32. I am teaching. Okay, so 4 doesn't work. It doesn't end in a 0 or 5, so 5 doesn't work. 6 times 6 is 36. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 5 is 35, so no. Right, so I'm just kind of walking through to make sure. I've got 2 and 17, though. So 8 times 4 is 32. And then 9 times 4 is 36. So we're done. That's it. So, Hannah Spider, what are the factors of 34? 1, 2, 17, and 34. And you have your factors, and that's it. So for this one, despite the fact that it was a bigger number, let's make sure y'all can see that, those are your only factors, the only numbers that will multiply to make 34. What I would like for you to do, real quick, is I want you to work on some multiples. So let me give you mm, 4 and 12. Okay, I want you to find the common multiples for 4 and 12. Y'all with me? All right, let's do that, and let's practice. Common multiples for 8 and 12. Okay. And okay, so common multiples for 4 and 12. Common multiples for 8 and 12. Go ahead and find those, and then we will check back in and see what your work looks like. Everybody up here. So let's go ahead and we're going to list our multiples of 4. And what did we say? Counting on, right? 4, 8. Counting by, yeah, count by your 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 30. Let's stop at 36. Mark, y'all good there? Okay, you can see. Okay, now, why are y'all writing all this down? Y'all didn't write any of this?
I didn't finish it.
Holy crap on a cracker. Are y'all telling me that this whole time y'all been sitting talking, you didn't have any of this written down?
Oh, I did.
Oh man, let me tell you what. I'm about to give y'all some homework. It's going to be due tomorrow. Y'all are just sitting there. You're not even going to try. You're just going to wait for me to do it for you? All of y'all are writing right now. You have lost your minds. Holy crap on a crap. Okay, so now I need to list the multiples of 12. Now, if you don't have your 12s memorized, it is okay. one thing we were talking about here at the table was you will look at, like if you look over here, because we're counting by or we're adding on each time, we can just start with 12 plus 12 is 24, right? We can add 12 again, get 36. Okay, so you can keep doing that. Oops, let me put it up here. 12, 24, 36. Now, I'm going to stop because what I already noticed, guys, is that here's 36, and the very last number I put for the 4 was a 36. Okay? Now, so I'm not going to keep going because any numbers I write up here, I could write 48. It's not going to match up with anything. So, for the numbers that we have right now, what?
The 24, there's a 24 in the 4s too.
Okay, that's what I'm about to ask. So what I'm explaining, listen, what I'm explaining is that I stopped at the 36. I'm not going to keep writing my multiples of 12 because 36 is the biggest number I have for 4. Okay? So I'm just going to stop right there. Are y'all with me? That's why I only have 3 multiples for 12, but I have so many more for 4. Okay, now the girls were just pointing out to me that there are more common multiples. So if I look at the 12s, I'm going to just compare. I only have 3 numbers on my 12. So my first number is 12. I check my 4s. Is there a 12 up here?
Yes.
There is. So let's circle the 12s. We have those in common. What else? Hannah Snyder. Spider.
There's 2 24s and also the 30 should be 28. Yeah. I was going to say.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Isn't the
Okay.
36 to be
Okay. And what else?
32?
Which one?
The 36.
Yeah, so then this would be
32.
off as well, right? Yeah, so 32, 36. Okay. Pointing out some teacher errors. Good for you. All right.
What?
Probably important to slow down, Miss Span, right? And write them correctly. So what I have done is I have circled all the numbers that they share. So I'm going to go ahead and just list them. They share a 12. They share a 24. And they shared a 36. And these, guys, are the common multiples of 4 and 12. What are you whispering, Allison?
I said I didn't know we were supposed to write the common multiples of it.
Well, I'm just showing you what they are.
Spin.
But yeah, you need to write all the multiples and then circle the common ones.
Can you move it over a little bit this way?
Move what?
Because over there, we can't really see it.
You don't really need it, but yeah, I can.
No, the other way. How is that supposed to? Yeah, right there.
Okay. Yep.
I bit my cheek.
Don't do that, it hurts.
It does hurt.
Now, who has no multiples written for 8 for number 2? Look at the second section. I asked for common multiples for 8 and 12. Who does not have the multiples of 8 written? Do it right now. Do it right now. This is what the lesson was over this week. The expectation is that you are able to write the multiples of these numbers so that you can do your own work that I'm about to assign you. Are y'all with me? Now, if you just can't do it, then we need to talk. But if you're just not doing it, we have a big problem. And some of y'all that were just, let me hurry up and write what you're writing, Miss Span. This is not note-taking. I said, let's pause and you do the work and we will check it. Is everybody crystal clear with me?
Yeah.
So I am going to say, all right, let's pause. You will write all the multiples of these numbers, circle the common multiples, and then we will check your work. All right, go. Okay. So, common multiples for 8 and 12. So for 8, again, I'm going to do my counting up, right? My counting on for 8. 8, 16. Now I'm going to add 8 and say 24, 32. I'm going to keep going. 40. Yep, 8 times 4 is 32. No, yeah. Yeah, 24 plus 8. Nope, yeah, 6 and then 2. So, here are my numbers. So, I stopped here at 12 at 36. I could go on some more, but let's go ahead and we'll just stop so we're getting the gist of what we're doing. Are you okay? So, here's the 8. There's no 8 at the 12s because we're starting at 12. So I've got 16. 12 does not have a 16, but 12 does have a 24. Okay? So I'm going to circle those. So the common multiple, at least one common multiple for 8 and 12 is 24. Any questions about that? Any questions about that? All right. Go ahead and take out your math workbook.
You're not going to go deeper into that problem?
No.
Trash.
They're hanging on by thread right now.
I just
Got it.
out that whole paper.
All right. Get out your math workbook. 43. All right. Zoe is kind enough to loan us her workbook, so I'm going to go ahead and put her name on it. All right. Titus is ready. Miles, you got your workbook out, or are you on an iPad? Don't be on the iPad, because I'm going to have to iPad you down. No, workbook. Look at the screen. Read the screen. All right. Snyder Spotter, you ready? You got this out? Waiting on you, girl. Waiting on Anna Banana. He's working on it. Ditto.
What does ditto mean?
Same. Same.
It means same?
Or me too. Like if somebody says I love you and you say ditto, it's like, yeah, me too.
Wait, what feel like right here with your fingers? Can you feel right there?
I love you.
What about it?
Is it
Love you.
warm?
Miss Ben, I love you.
I don't think so.
Ditto.
Love you. All right, everybody ready?
Can I tear out the page with the airplane on it?
All right, I don't care. Okay, so let's take a look at our first section, 1, 2, and 3. By the way, if you get these wrong, and we've gone over them in class,
You're dead.
you're dead to me. Now, what they want you to do in 1, 2, and 3 is they want you to write multiples of these numbers, but take a look at the instructions. It says write the first 5 non-zero multiples of the number. What do you think a non-zero multiple is? Sassafras, you do not need that big old trash can.
It's my bestie, okay? Don't you like the smell of her?
I'm going to pass on the smell, but I think you like walking at recess tomorrow. I'm going to hook you up with a couple of check marks that say trash next to them. Trash girl. I'll say, here's your 5 minutes for trash. Okay, what do you think a non-zero multiple is? Titus, what do you think?
I think it's there's no zero.
There is no zero in it. So let's take a look at 6. So if I'm writing multiples of 6, I'm going to say 6, 12, 18, 24. What comes next?
30.
30, but 30 has a 0 in it, so I'm going to skip it and write 36. Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to let you guys finish 2 and 3. Take a look at 4, 5, and 6. Now, on these, you've got a couple of steps. Step 1, you're going to write the first several multiples of each number.
Wait, what? Oh.
Step 2, don't say, well, what? Read your instructions. Step 2, you're going to circle the multiples that are common to the two numbers and connect the circles. So let's look at step 1 again. Write the first several multiples of each number. So I'm going to start with 5. I'm just going to write my multiples of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Everybody with me?
But we can't do 20.
You certainly can. It says nothing about non-zero on this one. That's why we check our instructions. We're clear on this one. All right. Go ahead and do the same thing with your 10. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. Now, fives go into any number that ends in a 5 and a 0. So truthfully, every multiple we list for 10, also we could list for 5, but we don't have those all on here today, right? So we are only going to circle the multiples that they share in common. So the first thing I see is 10. What's next?
15.
Yep.
20.
So I see 5, 10. 15 is not going to be under the 10's multiples, right? But 20 certainly is. Now it does say to connect the circle, so I'm just going to kind of draw a simple line there. And then I've got 25, 30. So I'm going to circle the 30s and draw a line from 30 to 30. Okay, any questions about this section? What are we doing?
The Alexa TV is off, and we can't see the time.
All right. Now, for the next section, they have given you a reminder of what a prime and a composite number is. So, take a look at number 7.
I circled 30.
I did circle 30.
Okay, it's back on.
All right. So, it says write prime. Here are your 2 instructions. Write prime if the number has no other factors. Okay. Number 2. Write the other expressions if the number is composite. So let's take a look at number 2. They've given you 1 times 2. Those are the factors of 2. Does 2 have any other factors that we can add to this list?
No.
It does not, right? Nothing else is going to multiply to make 2. So I'm going to go ahead and say prime for number 2. Okay?
Oh, sorry.
Bump this up here.
Oh.
You guys good? Now, what about 1? Let's jump over to 9. What about 4? I have 1 times 4. Are there any other factors we can add to this list? Sassafras.
2 times 2.
2 times 2. So I'm going to add them, and I am done.
Oh, I thought you said.
We can't add anything else, right? So if I'm done with what they've given me, like on number 1, I'm just going to write down prime. That's it. I can't do any more. It's prime. If there are more factors, like on number 9, I'm going to add those to the line, and then I'm done.
Do we just try 1? Or do we?
Whatever they have, but I think they'll probably just have 1.
Can we write composite if we have enough room?
I don't think that's necessary. It's going to make it
If
messy.
Even if there's 1, can we still just write 1?
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure that there will just be 1, but yeah, you can if you need to. Okay, so jump down to 15 through 20. Now, for these, it says, first step, write the factors of the numbers from least to greatest. So we're going to go smallest to biggest. Then, step 2, they want you to label the number prime or composite. All right. So for number 9, if I'm going to write the factors of number 9, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to write down all of the factors, right? So I'm going to start with 1 times 9. I mean, we've been doing this, right? This is what I'm talking about. You're going to have to actually work out the factors for some of these. 2 will not go into 9 because 9 is odd. Will 3 go into 9?
Yes.
It will. So I've got 3 times 3. 4 will not go in. 5 is a no. And then we know we're pretty much done, right? Nothing else is going to go into 9 because they're too big.
Yes.
Is everybody with me?
Yes.
So, number 1, write the factors of the number from least to greatest. So my factors are listed right here. Can y'all see them? 1,
No.
3, right here. 1, 3, and 9. Is everybody with me? Give me a thumbs up if you know where I'm talking about. So I've got 1, 3, 9. Now I know I have 2 3s on there, but I only need to list 3 one time. Now step 2 says, label the number prime or composite. So a prime number has 2 factors, no more than 2. A composite number has more than 2 factors, so I'm going to label number 15 what?
A composite.
Composite. So go ahead and do that.
I like this. This is fun.
Good.
Whose foot is that? Girl, that's where my foot is going.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tear yours out real quick, okay? Just so I can do this easier. All right, let's look at the back real quick. Now, I want you to be very careful and take your time with number 21. Do not make this more difficult than it is. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 instructions to follow. You need to follow them exactly as they're written and go from there. So look at letter A. Shade 1. Here's number 1. I'm going to lightly shade 1. You should not fill that in to where you cannot see it. It should be a shade means just shaded. You should be able to read it very easily. Are y'all with me? It says it is neither prime nor composite. All right, so A is done. Now, number 2 is going to be like the rest. It says circle 2. It is prime, so let's put a circle around the number 2.
Wait, so can we X out A or no?
If you want to. Now, so it says circle 2. It is prime. Notice the rest of B. Cross out all the multiples of 2. So I'm going to say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, and 50. Now I want you, so that's B, I want you to do C through F, follow the instructions exactly as they have them. Okay? Now, down below on number 22, you're going to use the chart above to list the prime numbers less than 50. So all of these numbers should be circled, right? Anything that's circled should be your prime numbers. You're going to put them in order here. And yes, every line will be filled. Thumbs up if you're with me here.
No.
Why not?
So we go use the chart.
When you are done with all of this, the numbers that are circled, you will write here.
Okay, just circled.
Just the circled ones.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Now, the rest of these are kind of like riddles, right? 23 through 29. So, this one, it's going to give you some hints, and then you have to decide what number it is. I have multiples, 14, 21, and 28. I am what? So what number is it? I see some fingers. Ashton?
7.
7. That's what says. I am 7. So use the clue they give you and write the number that belongs in that space. Everybody good?
She doesn't understand.
Doesn't understand what?
The one that we're doing.
Well, what did the riddle say? I have multiples of, so look at the clue, 14, 21, and 28, right? 7, and that meant 7. Nothing else is going to have a multiple of 14, I don't think. All right, so you will read those clues, and you will find the number that matches. At the very bottom, everybody okay on that?
Yeah.
Okay. And don't get frustrated with them right away. Think about them. Think about them for a little while, okay? Now for 30 through 35, you will use properties of multiplication to fill in the missing number. Now be careful here, because on the last assignment, it bit you in the hiney a little bit, all right? It's not that difficult, though. Look at what it says. It says 17, number 30, times something is 17. So 17 times something is just 17. What can I multiply 17 by and keep it as 17, Miles? 1 is correct. So just pay attention. Now, down here on 33, here's my equal sign. On one side, I have 9 times 4. On the other side, I have a blank times 9. What is missing on the right side that is on the left side, Allison, with an E?
A 4.
A 4 is correct. All right, so I want you guys go ahead and get to work on this. We've got about 30 minutes for you to knock this out. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and turn over to the front real quick. And let's write I'm going to make the other class turn it in tomorrow, but you guys can turn it in Monday. 12, what will Monday be? This is the 7th,
The 11th.
8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. Monday, 11. So go ahead and put Monday, 12/11. Now, can you turn it in today?
Yes.
Heck yes. Turn it in as soon as you're done with it. You can always, always, always turn things in early. You'd be crazy not to. Okay? All right. So, today, your science vocabulary is due. That's number 1.
Uh-oh.
After that, I need you working on page 43 and 44. If you are finished with both of those, you can work on your celebrity lookalike quiz, or you can do IXL. All right, I'm going to make a list for you on the board. All right, Zoe, Miles, and Titus, go ahead and take this down with you to the Learning Lab. If you are not done with your vocabulary, please